Morning everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Reef. Once again, thank you for the continued support in the channel that we receive there and the comments that we get all the time. It's really good. Really do appreciate those comments. You know, it means so much. Not, you know, the greater value for us is not that we're helping people make money, it's the fact that we're giving you skill sets. We've got so many comments coming through that, you know, you've taught me to trade, you've opened my eyes, I can see things I never could see and stuff like that. You're the one that's got that ability. All we've done is open the door to you, okay? That's all we'll ever do is open the door, you walk through and you educate yourself, okay? You take those skill sets and you do with them what you will. You know, we never give any financial advice on this channel. All we're doing is just educating, hopefully, and showing you where resistance and support is, and hopefully helping you, you know, become a better trader and more sustainable, self-sufficient and things like that, you know, because obviously if you can learn to trade and you can learn to make money for yourself, it makes you self-sufficient and more, you know, you don't necessarily have to go and hit the 9 to 5 and the daily grind, and obviously with times being tough as well, everyone wants to make that extra bit of cash. So good luck to everybody that gets involved and looks at these videos as learning curves, okay? And it's really good, it's really good. So diving into the Reef video right now, you can see that we are anticipating this move here. We're all in the channel there in the Telegram group, you know, watching this like it's a football match. And at the minute, I'm being completely honest and transparent. As you can see, we got that EMA retest there, which is great because you get that EMA retest and you get the catapult. But unfortunately, Reef has failed to do that. So this could potentially be one of those moments that it just doesn't work out, unfortunately. I'm still holding my breath, okay, but we have formed a bearish cross on the 4-hourly time frame, which is not good. The bulls have not necessarily stepped in, because if you look at this action here, when you started to come down, you got that repel. So look at the bottom, okay, look at the volume start to pick up, okay, start to get that volume, which saved the def cross. It's got basically a bearish cross, def cross, same terminology. Saved the bearish cross on the 4-hourly time frame, okay. It saved it from happening, and that's what you get with these repels. It saves it. The bull step in because it doesn't want it to go bearish, because when you form them bearish crosses, as you can see, you form them, it just puts more selling pressure on, okay, and you start to tumble down. So the bull stepped in there, saved its ass and pushed it up, and when it pushed it up, these repels can be a lot more powerful than these actual bullish crosses. The repels, when it comes like that and pulls it in, the price obviously has to go down to pull it in, and when it pulls it in, like a catapult, springs it up. But you could see at the bottom there, look at the volume, okay, so when I hover over that, you look at the volume, start to pick up just there, and you could see it picked up and pushed us up, and then we made that high up there. But when we got up there, we had the sell off, as you know. But at the moment, we've just got no volume, okay, so at the moment it looks like we're not being saved. We have found a little bit of a bottom there, okay, which was this previous wick bottom there, okay. I don't know why have I dropped that in there, I don't know what that is, but anyway, we have found a little bit of a bottom there. We've had a wick off it, a touch. So you could effectively say this looks a little bit of a V-shaped bottom, but you can see the selling pressure is coming back in because we're hitting ahead on the yellow line, which is a 20 EMA, and we've actually formed the bearish cross there, which is not good, because I don't usually see, and I'll be frank with you, I don't usually see a reversal of a bearish cross so quickly unless we get the volume come in, okay. So you need to keep an eye on this volume. We've got no volume, so the bulls are not stepping in. They're not stepping in to save this larger correction on a grand scheme of things. So at the moment, given that bearish cross, I'm always going to be transparent with you, it does seem that Reef, we've got to be realistic, is not playing out that move that we're anticipating, unfortunately. So it's not looking terribly good for Reef at the moment, because when you get caught in a bearish cross like that and you start to come up and hit your head, you're hitting your head and it's creating more downtrend. Do you see that? Because what happens, the EMA starts to creep down, you're just coming up and you're hitting your head and you're just getting caught in a downtrend. And you know, where's your bottom? The way to find the bottoms, obviously, I've said this to you, what happens is you get the bearish cross, and usually when they fall down, they do find the base on the bullish cross, and look at that, it's found its base on the bullish cross. I've taught you that in this channel. So you do have that base at the moment, and you may see a couple of retests of that, which would create a double bottom again, okay. So you would create this kind of double bottom type effect here. I'll show you what I mean, which we have targeted before. We had a double bottom down here, okay, where we formed this bottom just here, and we went down and we formed a lower bottom, okay, which again would be quite bearish because you are making lower lows. We'll look at that in a moment. And you form this, okay, and you got that bounce there, and from that bounce, do you remember we had a target to the upside, which was the support line, okay, that support line, double bottom, it got broken, and we went up and we actually hit the top. So you can see this is a drastic, this is not as drastic as that. Look, that's a major correction. This is a sort of short-lived, not a drastic correction, so to speak, but it is a bit of a bottom, okay? And you may potentially come down and make a lower low just there, okay? Just be aware that you may start hitting head on this, and it might force us down and make a lower low like that. But then when we start to come up again, we would have this level here, which would act as a level of support, because you've made your sort of W base in the middle. So see, that comes down, goes back up, and then you've got this level here which acts as a level of resistance, which then if you break, you can have your target depending on where this next low is. Okay, if we do make the lower low, okay, and start to bounce up, you can target this for a potential move to the upside, and that is potentially what we're looking at. If we can't get the bulls to step in now with that volume and save this from going down, okay, then that is potentially what we're looking at, and you could be looking at the W bottom reversal eventually. But you can, the selling pressure is not amazing here, okay? It's not amazing. This is a kind of minor correction, so we might still get that move that we're anticipating, you know. But I don't like these candles. They're shooting stars. Basically, the selling pressure is higher than the buying pressure, because you start to go up in your head, and then the sellers come in pushing you down. So at the moment, given that structure, the bears are in control, they're pushing us down, okay? So effectively you may see that rejection, further rejection, come down and make another lower low. But yeah, obviously I'm not telling you when it comes down and you get that bounce to go long. What I would say is wait for that break of that support there, because that was already forming the support, okay? That's basically going to be your support, your resistance. I do apologize. That basically going to be your resistance if you was to fall any further, creating a lower low, and you come back up, okay? If you was to break that, because this might happen before I record the video tomorrow, okay? If you was to break that and backtest the support, then you would have a target, and your target would be wherever the low was, okay? So you can come on and chart this yourself. Wherever the low was, go to wherever it was, there, whatever, okay? Drop a little measurement tool on that, and then push that up, and when you break out, that will be your upside target, and that would actually get us making that bullish cross, and that would be that slingshot move that we would hoping to get to push us up to them highs. But at the moment, we've got to be honest with ourselves, it's not looking like it's repeating, okay? That's basically it, really, unfortunately. It was looking really good, wasn't it? It was looking on the cards, it was looking really good, but the bearish cross is not good on the 4 hourly time frame. And we have to be real, we have to be realists in this channel. You know, we do want it to go to the moon. But again, you know, I did say to people, wait for confirmation of this move before entering and stuff like that. You've always got to wait for confirmation before you start entering trades, okay? So at the moment, the bias is more towards a bit of a downtrend here, because you are in your head on these EMAs. You can't ignore that fact. You've got no volume, okay? So you do need to see the volume come in, and potentially you might get that volume step in if you do make another lower low. But at the moment, that low there, if you start to break that low, which is there, 037, then do anticipate another low, and hopefully that low is the bottom, and we get the V shape just like we did here, okay? This is a bigger scale of what you're looking at. Bearish cross, retest, come back down, make a low, make a lower low, and then march on. And the trouble is here as well, this, if you do start to make too much of a low, you will start to look like you're forming a bit of a downtrend. What is that? It's not a penis. That was some weird penis looking thing. I do apologize. I ended up drawing that. That's a bit naughty. But anyway, what we don't want to do here is start getting caught in a downtrend, okay, where you're making lower lows and you sort of get coming up in it in your head on this and come back down, and you know, you're starting to correct on a grander scale. So we will keep an eye on that moving forward. So that's basically Reef. I've given you some targets there in the channel to keep an eye on, okay? Again, you know, if you start to lose that, you are potentially looking at a lower low. And hopefully if it does go, you know, then you get that bounce there and comes back up and gets through the EMAs. We're looking golden for a nice reversal here and take us up to that previous high. So we need the bulls to step in. We need the volume. Keep an eye on this volume down there. As you can see, it's absolutely dead, really. It's dead. But everything else looks nice. The RSI does look nice, okay? That looks nice. That's in a really nice level. You want it to be there, like a little pickup there. See that pickup? Picking up, and it's sort of pushing towards the middle. So the bulls could step in there. You know, they could. The MACD looks relatively healthy as well. Look at that. You've got the bearish cross up there, which pushed us down, obviously, for the EMA retest. But now you've got the curling on the MACD. See the blue line? It's starting to curl up a little bit. You may get a bit of a bearish retest there where they come together and then it pushes it down, okay, forming that lower low there, okay. But hopefully, you know, the bulls do step in. When that blue line crosses the orange line, that's golden, okay. You look really golden for that push up, break for the EMAs, back test, whew, slingshot up. So do keep an eye on that MACD as well. You can see that the histogram there, the bearish bias is starting to turn a little bit. You've got probably one more bar of that left before you're looking at that reversal. Fingers crossed, everybody. It'd be a great trade if it does play off. So that's Reef. I'll be back tomorrow with another update. Do take care. Have a good day. And thank you once again for all your continued support in the channel. Really do appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.